Good evening. My name is Simon Brake, and I'm a senior at the University of Notre Dame. I had the privilege to visit and work at Yancana Huasy for 8 weeks in the summer of 2016 through the International Summer Service Learning Program at the university. This past week, I was involved in the interview and selection process for those who will serve there this upcoming summer, so it's been a week full of memory and reflection for me. When I first learned that I'd be working at Yancana Huasy, a center for children and adults with disabilities, I was intrigued. It seemed to me that such a place would be not just different from my life at Notre Dame, but indeed completely opposite. A university operates by locating and congratulating accomplishment. Membership here is contingent on one's abilities. On the other hand, Yancana Huasy and places like it incorporate members precisely on the basis of their disability. My greatest challenge while working at Yancana Huasy in the elementary school classes there was that the experience disabled me in more ways than one. What would I be able to do for the students? How could I be able to help? It seemed like most of my work was crowd control in vain. Sit down, stop hitting her, wait, take that out of your mouth, etc. I tried to be an extra set of hands for the teachers and parents that work in those classrooms every day. I tried to give them more room to give each student the detailed attention they deserve, the attention that Yancana Huasy exists to offer. In many senses, I didn't feel like I was contributing much. Getting everyone to sit still was a constant struggle which I never perfected, and what progress I did see in the students was slow and almost imperceptible. And so I began to admire the teachers and parents that work at Yancana Huasy every day. I feel to this day that they are among the most generous and patient people I have ever met. I asked one of the teachers one day why she works in special education. She said simply, "It's a vocation, and I was called." There was no formal logic to it, just a conviction that there are people here too, and that's where she needed to be. But I would be making a mistake if I were to play up the difficulty of the work that is done at Yancana Huasy, because the place is truly overflowing with joy. I realized this when I asked the bus driver at Yancana Huasy what he does during the day when he's not driving students to and from their homes. "I'm welding together a barbecue grill," he said, "to grill chicken for the end of year party." "And when you're done," I asked him, "I'll make 2 more grills. Everyone's coming." The work that goes on and the lives that are led at Yancana Huasy are self-consciously something to celebrate. And this is why every Wednesday afternoon there is an hour-long scheduled school-wide dance break in the middle of the courtyard. The parents twirling their children around, students bopping around in wheelchairs, teachers singing along to Danza Kuduro. Those crazy Wednesday afternoon dance sessions are the best image I have of what goes on at Yancana Huasy. It's an image that communicates what Yancana Huasy tries to proclaim every day, that even as we live divided off from others, separated by lines of ability and disability, as insiders and outsiders, there are some things, like dancing, which have the capacity to touch all people and relativize those distinctions which we draw. So thank you for affirming and supporting that vision tonight. Thank you to the choir for all their effort. Keep our friends in Lima in your prayers, and keep dancing.